Have you ever wondered if you've gone through a spiritual awakening? Do you wonder what a spiritual awakening is? Stay tuned because I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about a spiritual awakening. Hi, I'm Angela, and welcome back to my channel where I share with you how to turn your pain into success, freedom, and self-love. And if you are new to my channel, welcome here. Make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can get notifications of when I go live. And if you are coming back to my channel, welcome back, and you know what to do. So in this episode, I am going to share with you what exactly a spiritual awakening is, at least from my perspective, and in the way of healing and turning your pain into power. That's how I'm going to share it. This is actually part of my expansion series that I'm hosting. And if you would like to go more in depth on turning your pain into power, make sure you check out the description below so that you can get in on weekly lives on how to turn your pain into power. So make sure you check that out. When you check that out, you also get access to all the other videos before. This is just a little soundbite, and let's get into the content. A spiritual awakening is just after the emergency stage. And if you haven't seen my expansion series, the emergency stage is where you're obsessed and consumed by your pain, your trauma, and your failures. And you don't really do anything about it. You just are consumed by it. Usually you deal with insomnia, you might deal with anxiety and depression, but basically you eat and breathe and live your pain and your trauma and your failures. It could be all of them, it could be one of them, it could be all of the above. I think I might have already said that, but you get the point. Then there's a bridge. Okay, there's a bridge, this little bridge here with my arms that gets you into a spiritual awakening from the emergency stage. And the bridge is deciding to do something about your pain or your trauma or your failures. You decide to heal, basically. And deciding to heal puts you into this spiritual awakening. And the spiritual awakening is not as beautiful and simple and sunshine and rainbows and butterflies like people describe that it is, or that it seems to be. It's actually not like that at all. In my experience and in the lives of my clients, it is basically a destruction of all of your belief systems. And these belief systems could be anything, any type of conditioning, whether it's from your trauma, conditioning from your parents, conditioning from school, conditioning from society, conditioning from your government. All of it just kind of destructs. And you come into this mind-blowing awareness that everything is not what it seems, and that really you are in control of the way the outside world functions. And it's really mind-blowing, and it's actually really scary, and it's really heavy, and it's really hard. And it's not easy to become self-aware of all of the things that you once trusted and once believed in are no longer true for you. And so that's a lot to deal with. That is a ton to deal with. And it actually looks like, a lot of crying. You might deal with binge eating during that time as a way to cope. You might not relate to the people that you used to relate to. You may not be into the same things that you used to be into. You might not watch TV anymore. You might realize all the subliminal messaging that comes through on TV. You might realize how much fear the news is pumping into you and your home and your children and your partner. You might be realizing that society is 100% conditioning you to believe a certain way and think a certain way. And that's a huge deal. That's a huge veil lifting off of your eyes. And so it doesn't seem as amazing as it actually is. However, it is actually beautiful because you have decided to actually do something with your pain, and that's what creates the spiritual awakening, because you're coming into this awareness. And during this time, you're meant to be healing and, doing your shadow work, which is just your bullshit anyway. But you really do come in to this stage where you're actually doing something about your healing, and that's what creates the spiritual awakening. But remember, you have the emergency stage first, you have your bridge, and then you have your spiritual awakening. And again, this is just a soundbite from my expansion series, and we went over this the last few weeks. And if you are interested in joining my Turn Your Pain into Power expansion series, make sure you go to the description below. And if you have made it this far in my video, thank you so much for spending time with me. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so that you get notifications of when my new videos go up every Monday and Friday. And I would love to know, have you gone through a spiritual awakening and what your spiritual awakening was like? Leave that in the comment below, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.